Hello everyone, welcome to my video today. I'm going to show you the inside of my Sisterhood traveling journal, a few pages that I'm working on, and I'll show you how I made those come together. My journal is a little different from everyone's. Mine's a little farmhouse kind of like theme. I really like that theme, so I hope you guys enjoy it. It's going to be a little different. Also, if you want to watch how I made my journal cover out of a sparkling water box, I will link that right up here for you guys now. It's a beautiful day here in South Dakota, so I figured I'd come outside, do my voiceover, just do a little bit of reading, watch a couple videos from some other sisters that I have been watching on YouTube, getting lots of inspiration from them. They just put out their first of the month videos of stuff that they're adding in their friends' journals. So I'm super excited to go watch a couple of those today out here in this beautiful weather. I've already had one bird come and visit me sitting down here just a few minutes ago. He or she is black, all black, and it had some like orange on the feathers and a little bit of yellow. It was really pretty. It stopped, said hello, and then flew away. So that was fun. I wish I could have got that on video because it was literally just a few minutes right before. But you guys enjoyed today's video. I had so much fun creating this, and I may have to do this with some more sisters in the future because this was really cool. And I'm liking how these little fun pages are kind of coming together and telling a little story. So, and I like storytelling, so that's fun. All right, guys, enjoy. So the first thing I'm going to do here is take my paper cutter, and I'm going to take this paper that I got from Hobby Lobby, and it's kind of like a textured type paper, and I'm folding it here a few times, and I'm going to cut on those fold lines like you see me doing now. Well, first if I don't get it caught in the, got it caught at first. Just like that. And I don't know what I was thinking I was going to do with those at first. I just wanted to have them in case I wanted to have like little backgrounds or whatever. Here I'm trying to figure out just kind of like a plan, I guess. I will tell you that I am going to leave this part in because I did try to use some tape, and it's just not for me because when I tried to stick my paper down, I got it on a little crooked, and the crookedness would have bothered me, of course. But you could see like the lined paper too, and it wasn't lined correctly, and it would have bothered me. So I just ripped it off and grabbed a new paper and decided to use a glue stick instead, because like I said, I got it not lined up all the way there again, and I could easily pull that up with a glue stick versus the tape. The tape just ripped the paper completely. So that's why I decided on using glue stick instead. Now I used my brayer to kind of smooth that out. The brayer has like a varnish tool on one side and the roller, I guess, on the other side. So, and I also got a little bit of yellow on here from my page that I had that I was trying to protect, but it's okay. I ended up liking gluing a few pages together to make a thicker page, I guess. So I did do that. Sometimes I glued 3, sometimes I glued 4. So if you're curious, so my book's not, I guess it has thicker pages instead of just the thin paper with cardstock on top, I guess. I don't know. It makes it a little thicker. Now here I decided I was going to use that at first, and then I changed my mind on this. This piece kind of fit perfectly. So I decided on it instead because I do want to use that first paper there that I used, but I'm going to use it for something else on this page. So this is like a burlap paper cardstock that I found in Hobby Lobby in the paper section. So I printed off a picture at my local library of myself. I do not have a printer right now. I guess I do have a printer, but I haven't been able to find the cord since it's been moved a few times. I just haven't been able to find the cord. I'm not sure what happened to it. I think what happened to it is I saved the wrong cord, which I have that cord. It's in my laundry room downstairs. Just this random cord, and it looks exactly like my computer or my printer cord, but it's just a tad bit shaped differently, I guess, if that makes any sense. And it doesn't, work, obviously. And I think I threw away the wrong one. So I'm stuck with a printer that's just been a paperweight, and I haven't been able to find a cord. And I'm not liking that it's a cartridge. I think my next investment computer is going to be, I'm not sure what they're called, but I'm pretty sure they take liquid instead of the cartridges. So I did go look at one with my husband on base, and we looked at one at Walmart. They're pretty much the same pricing either way. But I did look at a few so far, and I'm still debating on which one I actually want to buy. So anybody have any opinions on that? They are welcomed in the comments to let me know what kind of printer you're using. I think they're called Eco Tank, maybe. I can't remember. I'm sorry. It's been like weeks ago since we looked at one. All right, so here you see me going through a million emotions because I just did not measure at all. I just went by eye and what I felt looked good. Same thing here. I just kind of measured with my finger, cut, trimmed off that little extra piece down at the bottom, and that was that. Now here, this first print I printed off, I thought I was gonna like it, but I didn't like how it printed, I suppose. Yeah, you saw me toss that there. And then I retried with a different way and a different font, and I liked it better. So yeah, so much better. You can read it. And then I just trimmed off the edges, and then I decided I kept wanting to put it on the white paper, and I'm just like, no, because it's white on white, it's not gonna look good. So I ended up figuring something else out here with it. So it says sister check-in is what I had wrote out here, and I have this cardstock from Hobby Lobby, and I like to go when they have that little 40% off deal on these, or sometimes they have like buy so many get so many or something sometimes, but these ones I believe were 40% off when I went. And I just put that on there, and then I was going to use my paper cutter, and I was like, you know what, I'm just going to trim it because it does not have to be perfect. And this is a lot to do in a short amount of time that I have. So here we go. I end up gluing it on the pocket that I created instead of the paper. And I'm going to do something else on the paper, which I'm going to show you. And also, I do cut that again because I didn't like the holes on there. So there's that. Now, here is where I put name. And then I put sign in and out, basically, is what I'm doing here. And these stickers I got from Hobby Lobby. Now, in my journals that are going to be sent off to the sisters, I pretty much did their covers for them. I'm going to let them do their own journal. Let them put whatever they want in their own journal, with their own theme, their own imagination, their own creativity. I want them to be able to have a place where they can do whatever they wish in their journal and not have to worry, like, thinking about messing up mine, because I've seen a lot of people worrying about messing up others' journals and whatnot, and I don't want, that anybody to feel that way. So why not just let them have their own journal to create in and do what they want, and then we can follow what they would like. And I'm just going to do a few pages today, and I have these books that I ordered off of Amazon, and we're just going to do a little bit of cutting and collaging with these for my journal. And this was a postcard, and it says like a journey to faith. I thought that was just perfect for that. And then I also really loved this one of the farmhouse barn that said faith. You guys, I made these flowers the other day. I will link that up in the right hand corner for you guys, that video, if you'd like to check it out, on how I made my sunflowers here. It is a different type of journaling video that I do. It's so fun. You guys might love it. It's a roll and create dice game that I have a prompt list that I use for 4 different dice. I also have 6 dice total, but I haven't released the other 2 dice yet. I would like more people to play first before I do that. But yeah, so, and then I just had, like I said, some more of that leftover piece that I glued that down on. And then you saw me put the sunflowers down onto the book pages to give it a little background of its own. And then I just glued it all to my front cover. I really love this. It's pretty. And I wasn't picky on which cover. I just picked whatever book was in the lineup in the book. I didn't really like go through and pick the book that I wanted. I figured I'd just pick whatever book was first in here, and this one was the first one. I really liked the polka dotted one. I was going to use that one, but I decided to just use whatever book was first because that's the way it landed. So here's my first 2 pages. Next, kind of the same thing here. I'm going to do the glue stick and glue down each page. And I like to do a little thick and heavier around the border, if that makes any sense. Like I push a little harder and whatnot. So smooth that out. And this little paper pads come from I'm pretty sure it come from Walmart. I have bought a black one and this craft one. And then I'm just going to do some more of the cut and collage out of the Cottage Core book instead of the Country Faith book. This one was the Cottage Core book. I really love these cut and these little cut and collage books. They're super cute. I'm not sure if this is people's actual art or if this is AI art. That's always bothersome to me a little bit, but I always hope it's their art. And yeah. So just gluing and no rhyme, no reason, just making up something as I went here. I just turned a page and I was like, oh, these have fruits on it. Let's do a fruit of the spirit page, and that's pretty much what I'm doing. Now the center of this, I didn't really care for how it was looking, so I went and grabbed a piece of ribbon that does not have wire in it, and we're just gonna use some glue. I don't know if it's gonna hold, you guys. I'll let you know if it did end up staying, because it felt like it didn't want to stay down at first. But I'll let you know when I check on it. Go back in my room and do another page or two. I'll check it out and see how it's feeling. Here I did use the 3-in-1 and hot glue. The hot glue just to hold it down for me and keep it in place. And then the other glue will actually set up. Fruit of the Spirit, I just used some of my Christian craft paper stickers that come in the little kit. And I sent those kits to each of the girls, so each of the girl can play with their kits too in their journal if they want. They don't have to, so I want them to know that they do not have to use that at all in their journal if they don't want to. It was just a gift from me, and if they needed it to get inspired to start somewhere, that's where they could start. So I had also cut out that little fruit basket there. I thought that was super adorable, and I really love the gingham because you guys know I love gingham. Obviously, I've been using it a lot in this book. So I do have a sticker maker where I could send this through my little sticker maker, but I just thought it would be so much faster to use the glue. And I'm running out of the glue sticks. I told my husband I'm going to have to go get some because I can't do any more pages, like background pages. So here I just took out my permanent ink and I'm going around the edges. That green, I really love hunter green. That's one of my favorite colors. So it's like a dark navy, like kind of like my background there. I like the dark blue and green together, and I also like purple. So here was it said love in the book too, so I cut that out because that's one of the fruit of the spirit. And you could put whatever you want that's a fruit of the spirit on this page. Now, I didn't show you here, but I do go and write out one of my fruits of the spirit, and I will show you that at the end, I believe, of the video. So if you want a little bit of inspiration on the Sisters of Grace take, you could also glue down some fruit too. That would be kind of cool. I did a fruit basket. So here, these little cottagecore girls were so adorable with their basket of flowers. So I just used up some of the scraps that were left. Here I did do a background with a Hobby Lobby paper. I figured it was no need for me to show you that again, but I did do the same thing. I just did the glue stick and put those papers down, cut off the excess. And then here I'm just gluing those scraps down. I did leave access to where if I wanted to use these as a pocket, that these could also be a pocket as well. So there's that. How adorable are these little girls in their dresses and their little hats, carrying their baskets. They're just super adorable. And this one has a little bird on her hand, like visiting her. I just think that's super cute. I did have a bird visit me today, so that was definitely a great inspiration. And then I decided that the middles, are kind of looking weird because we have to kind of, cut the paper, and it's looks like a big crack down the middle, but I just cover that up here with some twine that has like some flowers. I'm assuming it's like an ivy maybe. And I just glued those in. And then I went and dug in my stash for one of my favorite flowers. Sorry about that. I got a little message there. One of my little favorite flowers here. This little tiny sunflowers. I found these at the Dollar Tree. They're super adorable. You guys, I have no idea where I got that vine stuff, probably Hobby Lobby or Joann's. I used to work at Joann's a long time ago, so I have a lot of some of their stuff too in my stash from when they were still open. Now here's one of the creative retreat kits. I'm using my new one I just got with my subscription here. I just using some of the clear stickers. They're super adorable. They had some really cute flowers. They had this adorable butterfly, and I just love the concept of this whole spread. And then the cute little caterpillar on the little piece of grass. I thought that was super cute. And then the stickers, they just tell the story in itself, and I just love that. This one I needed to position just a tiny bit lower from where I wanted to put this sticker. It did rip a little bit, but no worries. We just glue that back down with some glue stick. No problem. And you guys, I decided it needed like a little border just to tell the story here that, you know, the garden is going to flourish, and then, you know, winter comes, and then spring comes back to remind us that it's beautiful. What do you guys think? I love this page. This one was my favorite so far that I have made. And that's all I could get to today. You guys, let me know what you think so far of my little journal I've got going on here. I can't wait to add some more pages. Let me know down in the comments some pages that maybe you think I should add. I'm just curious. I still have a little bit more I can work on doing this, and this is where I added my fruit of the spirit. Self-control is very important to me, and that is something that some of us struggle with. I've struggled with it before. And then I did add flower garden on here with my stickers as well that came in the pack, and I just love this. You guys, let me know what you think down in the comments. Bye, see you soon.